Although sort of a smaller guest list than probably folks would imagine, right?
Right. I mean, when you say a 400-person wedding to a normal person, that sounds like a ton. But when you think of all the people the Clintons know and how many people they've interacted with over the years, how many people have given them money, it's actually not such a big wedding.
So how are they narrowing it down to only 400 people?
Well, the word is that if you don't know Chelsea personally, you're off the list. So she has to know everyone personally who is going to be invited, which of course eliminates a lot of people who only know Bill and Hillary.
So you can forget being invited as a +1.
Exactly.
Not going to happen.
Right.
What about the dress?
But one thing that I do feel confident saying is that the guests who are going to be there are going to be as close to this couple and the bride and groom as can be, and I think that's a challenge in planning any wedding.
Well, now everyone wants to know who's in, who's out. If you're not on the list, don't wait by the mailbox. I heard Hillary Clinton speaking with Andrea Mitchell saying, listen, this is Chelsea's wedding. She wants her friends there, but a lot of people feeling like it's a little bit of a diss. Who's in the inner circle, who's in the outer circle?
You're right. There was this rule that they had to be personal friends of either Chelsea or Mark. But there are some longtime Clinton donors who said, you know, hey, I gave him my private jet and I can't get invited to the wedding. But the reality is that, you know, there are political friends and there are personal friends. I think that the line is being drawn at this wedding, and that's, you know, making some people really happy and it's making some people a little bit upset.
Right, and you want to believe that you can't buy your way into a wedding invitation. But this obviously is going to ruffle a few feathers.
You can juggle thousands of friendships up in the air, and now all of that has to come down into a funnel, and reality sets in. Who are the 400 who make the cut? And it may be a bit eye-opening for those who aren't invited as well as for those who are invited.
No matter who you are, it's always the invitation list that gets you in the end, isn't it? Thank you, Doug.
Surrounded by family and close friends. What more could she wish for?
Right.
But, you know, it was a wedding that was meant for young people, and it was a very personal wedding.
There's plenty of curiosity about the elite guest list.
Your message to all of those people out there waiting for that invitation. A-listers, B-listers.
Well, we love you all, but this is her wedding.
How do you deal with the politics? And I'm talking real politics. People have been grumbling, certain friends of Bill and Hillary Clinton, who say we have helped them, we have lobbied for them. How come we're not invited?
Yes, it is Chelsea's wedding, and I'm sure she wanted to invite people who have meant the world to her and her family and friends. I always say, of course, you want everyone to come, but at some point you have to reel it in.
Now, if you're the Clinton family or the Mesvinsky family, you would say, well, this isn't the Next 24 political story of the day because it's not a political event. They've been very clear about that. They've said this is a family event. It's not political.
Were you invited to Chelsea Clinton's wedding?
You know, I was not invited because I think that Hillary and Bill properly want to keep this as a thing for Chelsea and her soon-to-be husband.